Imagine that there's a road, you are on the road, and on that road you see small pits. Then, after some time, there rains, and after the rain, you see that in those pits they collected water, the rainwater. They collected into them, and you see that water fits perfectly, in perfect shape, not overflowing, but perfectly inside those pits. So, does that mean that those pits were designed in a way to support the water? Like, does it mean that the reason that the water collected so perfectly inside those pits, not overflowing, is because those holes were made for that purpose? Or does it mean that the holes or the pits were made just so that the water could be collected inside it? No, right? The water got collected inside those pits because the water adjusted itself according to the pits, and that's why it got fitted so well inside those pits, not overflowing. The same is true for us humans. What we do is we think that this world is made for us, and so we can abuse its various resources. We can cut as many trees as we want, we can use as many minerals as we want, exploit other animals and other resources that we have been doing from centuries. This view that humans are the center of the universe and that everything is centered around humans is called the anthropic bias. Anthropic bias, in simple words, you can say a human centric bias or a human bias to look things from, to look things. Now, what this anthropic bias is that example that I gave you. That's the perfect example of anthropic bias. Now, this thing is, you can see this thing in promoted being in religion. When in religion, you would you would see that things are said that if, like in religion, you see that the religion says that this whole world, this whole universe is made for humans. So you can use it to perform your duties and all that, to finally have to meet with God, go to heaven, have moksha or whatever. So in religions, this view is promoted that this anthropic view is promoted that this world, this universe is centered around humans, and all of this is made for humans. The animals, the trees, everything is made for humans. But is it true? The truth is that we humans have evolved, we have adapted ourselves so that we can fit inside this environment. Because if we did not adapted ourselves, if we did not evolve the right way, we not be here talking about it and thinking that this all of this is because it was made for us, the world was made for us. A good example for it is that, as you guys might know, and if you don't, then there were different species of humans. There used to be species of humans, but what happened was they could not survive because they could not adapt themselves to the environment, to the changes. But we, Homo sapiens, we did that. And that is why today we remain and all the other human species are dead now. The same is true for some animals and other plants which once existed on this planet, but now they are no more to see because they could not adapt to the changes in the environment. If we were also like that, then we also wouldn't have made it here and talking about all these things and thinking that the world is made for us. No, the world is not made for us. The world is there. We adapted ourselves to fit inside the world. Tomorrow, let's say the environment change. Let's say it becomes too much hot or too much cold for us to survive. So in that case, if we cannot adapt ourselves to fit in that condition, then we will perish. And those organisms which can adapt themselves for that condition, they will prosper and survive. So this anthropic view, the anthropic bias that we many times get to see from people, like people would argue that okay, if there is no God, then how is it that the world is so perfect? How is it that there is so much food, there's minerals, there's trees, and all the other things? How is it so perfect? How is it so perfectly supporting human beings? They think their argument is that the fact that all the things in the world perfectly support human beings is the evidence of God. Now there are various problems with it. One of the problems is that I explained, the anthropic principle. The other problem is that besides anthropic principle, if you think that a world is made for humans, then that would mean that we are talking about universe and not the world as an earth. That's a very limited view. We are talking about the universe. So if you see in the universe, so in the observable universe at least, we do not know even a single planet other than our planet Earth which can support life or which supports life. Like if the argument is true that this world and world as in the universe is made to support us, support life, then how is it that only one planet in the observable universe has life? Like if the world was made to support life, then it should be that there should be life everywhere, or at least almost everywhere, but that's not the case. You cannot find life even if you go light years away from Earth. So how is it possible? So there is the problem of this and the anthropic bias that I pointed out. And other than that, if the world was really perfect, then there should not be famines, there should not be earthquakes, and there's. So where was I? Yeah. So I was saying that if the world is really perfect, then there should not be famines, there should not be earthquakes, there should not be, let's say, volcanic eruptions. Like if it was perfect for life and for humans specifically, then these problems should not exist. But the fact that they exist proves that this world is not perfect for life. In fact, this world has no obligation to support life. The fact is, we adapted the conditions around us so that we can survive in these conditions. And those who couldn't do that, they perished. So this was the video for today. This video was about the anthropic principle and about the viewpoint that how people think that this world is made for humans and to support life. And that was my view about why this view is not true, that the world is made to support life and to support human life specifically. If you like this video, put a like, and if you are interested in such kind of contents like religion, social issues, and some concept talks like this anthropic principle, and some political commentary, like stuff like that, then you can subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below if you have any suggestions or have any criticism for me. We'll meet you in another video. See ya.